The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. The action is only moments away, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we continue on this Wildcard Sunday. It's our visitors and our home team. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wildcard Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about play.
Three games decided, 3 more to come this Wild Card Weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Back to throw. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. They get 16 on that connection. That's enough for a first down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Here's a toss as they look to run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Dragons punt team unit comes out. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Smith. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. They go play action with Smith. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
A second down throw for Smith. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. Throwing is Smith. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Dragons offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Tight end going in motion here. His throw left side is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Snowhawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They get 18 on that one, and that will be a 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Room to run at the 40.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's hard! And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Smith. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, here on Super Wildcard Weekend, 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Snowhawks.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dragons' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Snowhawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion left. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Smith. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. 12 yards there and a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Smith to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. 3rd and 9. Smith. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment defense. Still first down.
To throw, here's Smith. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Handoff here, up the middle.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that is incomplete.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
They'll try to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Snowhawks. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point is up and through. And the Snowhawks move out on top, 14-0. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dragons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And finally, we see this offense find a little bit of life here early in this first half. They've struggled to get anything going early on, but at least this play has them on the move. Now, can they finish this drive and finally put some points on the scoreboard here in the first half?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Smith. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dragons' offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Open man left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to run it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now this offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Dragons get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So it is halftime here in the NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports
We'll begin
halftime
in the
report.
Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas, where you see the final score there. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Snowhawks offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Smith now. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A first down throw for Smith. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. From the pistol, Smith. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A second down throw for Smith. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into...
A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Dragons getting their punt team out here as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Back is Smith. There's that man again. Another catch. They face 2nd down and 7. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Whoa! And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll take off again.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 7. And a Columbus 1st down.
They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Dragons. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Putting the tight end in motion. A shotgun snap. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. Oh, he gets it right back.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, Smith. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Call it a gain of 13. That's enough for a 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Now, faking the give. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup, A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Will they bring the heat for 4th and 6? They'll drop to throw. Got his man at the 6. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. Here is 1st and goal. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.